Hello, everybody. It is Catherine here, Queen Cancer Tarot, with your blah, blah, blah. Y'all, I'm so backwards today. I keep thinking that every single time I'm coming in, introducing myself as though I'm getting ready to give you guys a love reading on my other channel. And I'm so sorry. This is not that, y'all. This is not a love reading. Welcome to Tarot Talk Live, everybody. It is Catherine here. You may know me as Queen Cancer Tarot. Okay. You may know me as She Reads Tarot, just depending on which channels you may have been introduced to me on. Please go check out my other channels, you guys. The links are below. Please subscribe to all of my channels. All right, they are all relevant to all of you, okay? Because I do give collective readings on all three of the channels, though. Well, yes, this channel is mostly conspiracy theory and also other topics, y'all. It's kind of turned into a conspiracy theory situation just because of the years, just because of the information that has been coming forth here lately. I felt that it was important that some of this stuff just kind of gets thrown out there and, see what the cards say and you let me know what you think and we kind of go from there, right? Well, we're going to be doing that again tonight. This is going to be a completely different topic than those that we have focused on lately. I just felt like I needed to this one out there, as there are some interesting developments that have been coming up. And, y'all, the case with Celeste Rivas, if you all don't know what happened to Celeste Rivas, she is a young girl that was found deceased in the trunk of a pop star singer vehicle. Okay. And she was underage at the time of allegedly that she met this person, or according to sources or other people, that she met this person on some sort of a Fortnite website forum, okay, online situation, and met this person, was conversing with this person on this forum, and was known for conversing with this person since the time that she was 11 years old. Okay, so it does make you want to think about what your kids are doing on those Xbox boxes. Okay, y'all, in those PS4 and 5s, y'all, please be mindful of what your kids are doing online, period. Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of glad they passed the law, but at the same time, I feel like there should be other things that are not restricted for children that are necessary. Okay. But yeah, it's just kind of a catch when it comes to the internet. You just have to restrict your children and pay attention and have good communication and teaching them well, representing a good um, role model, all of that, an example for them to follow, you know. So just do your part. That's all I can say. Do your part, pray and let God, first of all, pray and let God do it all, and then do your part. But, some people like to say they can do it all and let God figure it out. No, it's the other way around. So you just got to pray over your children first and foremost, but then you also have to do your part. Okay. So having said that, this young lady on this website met this older older person. I don't know if he was a teenager, how old he was. I don't know how old he is now. I need to find out. I think he might be 24 years old now. I'm not sure. Don't let me lie. But when he met her, how old he would have been is something that I need to Okay, and I will. Um, but in the meantime, until I do, I know that he was over the age of someone that should have been speaking to an 11-year-old girl. So there's that. Okay. But I will find out what the age difference is because it's kind of important. But for purposes of this reading, details aren't really just kind of the situation, the knowledge of what took place, the overall knowledge of what took place. And then we can just go from there, right? And let the cards just paint a story. Because again, I don't know the facts of the case. I don't know what took place. I don't know. Don't pretend to know. Don't listen. I do want to know what happened to this young lady. We all deserve to know, right? Period. So she's no longer here to express to us. You know what I mean? So there it is. So let's just see, what is it that happened to Celeste? What happened to Celeste? And we know that it was traumatic. Um, that's kind of a general question, but I want to know what took place leading up to the events that caused Celeste to, yeah, I don't like going into that. So let me just change this. I want to know about this Hannah person. That's the question that I want to ask. Because certain details I don't get into because it's God knows, God will reveal. Let's see. Who was Hannah to David? Who is this Hannah person, this K-pop star that everyone's talking about? This second person, this other woman, female in David's life, could be another suspect. We don't know who this other suspect is at this time, but could it be Hannah? Could it be someone else? Did she have any knowledge of anything at all that David may have done that was nefarious? Did David do anything nefarious? I guess these are the questions we're going to ask. Let's start with, did David do anything nefarious to Celeste? Did David directly do anything nefarious to Celeste? So 3 cards here. So the first one we have is left you hanging, which I don't like that. No closure, no contact left on red. And then it says running is the very next card. Running. And you see 2 people running through a field, a male and a female. And then we have divine masculine here. Is the very last card that flipped up. Okay. Oh, no, there's another one. Hold on. Oh, and it's Jezebel. Sorry. This card is one of the ones that is like a lot of skin, but it's not, they're clothed. Okay. She has on a bikini. Jezebel here also popped out. So we have this divine masculine with this Jezebel energy, and we have 2 people, a male and a female, running, and we have someone being left hanging or on red, which I don't like that on red energy. It just makes me feel like someone was left hurting, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't like that. Under the deck, GPS. Oh my God. GPS under the deck. Y'all, it talked about the Tesla with the GPS. There is something about GPS going on with this situation. When whoever left the scene, there was some sort of GPS track. Okay. And then it says feeling like ish here. I can't show the word. Somebody is feeling bad, guilty, messed up. They feel horrible about this. And then we have under pressure is the very next card, y'all. I can't make this up here. And then we have happily single is the very next, y'all, which they talk about. Like it was like she never existed. Under pressure, feeling under pressure about people finding out that he was with this underage girl and had been. You know what I mean? And he was about to blow up and go big and be this huge star. But he had to pretend as though he was single and dating or whatever the case may be, which in comes the Hannah person. Y'all, I can't with this right now because that is exactly what this is saying. It's got shocking news here. It's the next card. And then toxic lifestyle, drinking. Y'all, I don't know. Was he a drinker? Was he someone that drank? It talks about bad credit, unemployed, and debt here. And then twin flames. Okay, so you guys, karmic energy here. Someone who is definitely worried about going into debt or someone who is worried about losing money. They talked about him transferring his assets into his mother's name. This talks about shocking news and then a toxic lifestyle following. So I feel like the shocking news was the fact that she was declared missing. Okay, she was declared missing. Like a police report was filed and then it hit the news. Once it hit the news, his life is going to turn toxic. He may start drinking. So if there's the energy of this kid didn't drink, and then all of a sudden, like once you know this stuff happened, he started doing these things, there's something to that. Okay. It also talks about money, twin flame. So trying to part ways with money or assets. He's under some sort of pressure. And because of that, he's trying to change his image. He no longer wants to be thought of as this person that's in a relationship with this young girl. Okay. So he's now wanting to be not even left on red. He just kind of ran away from her as if she didn't exist anymore. But how did that happen? What state was she in? You know what I mean? Y'all? Okay, so let's look at the tarot messages because we're not going to get to all the questions that I have at this rate because it looks like I'm doing a deep dive. Because of the way these cards are coming, y'all, I can't help but look into this further because this is like straight up direct messaging here and it's just insane. Tell me about left you hanging and running. What is the energy behind left you hanging and running? Okay, that fell in the reverse. What is that? So we have the Four of Wands in the reverse, y'all. I don't like this. Oh my gosh, this talks about fear of being in public. Y'all, I cannot even kid you not. I can pause the video while y'all look this if you don't believe me. The Four of Wands in the reverse is fear of engaging in public, fear of being seen in public, fear of gathering in public, fear of, wanting to be seen with this person. So they're leaving this person on red and then running, hurting her perhaps. Under the deck, we have the King of Cups trying to distance themselves from this situation. Y'all. And they know very, very, very much so. They know with that King of Cups energy, they were very much in control of the situation. They were in control of everything here. They made very, very much balanced decisions when they were with this person, and now they're trying to run away from it. They're trying to create distance with the Page of Swords. This is anxiety. Okay. This is anxiety. And we have Divine Masculine and Jezebel. Tell me about Divine Masculine and Jezebel. So we have the High Priestess. Okay. Wanting to keep this on the hush. Wanting to keep this on the hush. This talks about a Jezebel spirit, some sort of control image. They used Hannah as some measure of controlling the image, the optics. Okay. What people saw, trying to create an illusion. All right. Under the deck, look, the Fool. See? Trying to start over completely new, create this whole new image. Okay. By introducing Hannah into the picture, thus creating this whole new beginning. He's this divine masculine that's with this, sultry K-pop star who they're both single. They're both making, rising stars, making a lot of money, going to be rich, famous, and, loved by everyone or adored by everyone. Yeah, this is a money move. That's what they are trying to get people to think. But they're doing this because they feel guilty with GPS. They feel like they're going to be found. And I keep saying, I don't know why I'm saying they, but there's an energy of this person feels guilty. This person feels like they're going to be located or found out. So they're trying to create an image. Look, we have the sun, y'all. I cannot make this up. Okay. This is about things coming out into the open, the truth. Okay. The truth coming out in front of everyone. And under the deck, the two of wands. This person is trying to plan. They are trying to create some sort of a safety net. Okay. Or they're trying to figure out how to save their assets. Okay. Literally save their assets, y'all. They're trying to figure out with the moon how to create this illusion. Okay. And they're also thinking about money, hiding money, right? Because this news is coming out and it's going to shock everyone. They cannot afford this. This person is under extreme pressure and they have to create this image of being happy and being single. That's why we had all the TikTok videos and things of that nature after Celeste was allegedly already to have been thought to have been gone from here, this realm. And that's sad because you're doing all this knowing what you did and creating this fake image. Tell me about under pressure and happily single. Look, 7 of Swords, y'all. I cannot make this up. Look, only card that flipped up out of this deck here. Put the cards on top, flip it underneath, and we have the Hermit. Y'all, see? My ear started itching right then, my left ear. Listen, this person knows that they've told this lie. They know that they've done this deed. Okay? They know that they have done this deed. And with the Hermit now, they're thinking or looking over the situation or not wanting people to see them. So they're kind of hiding away. Okay? They're hiding away from the world. They're under pressure. And when they come out, it's going to be like everything is all good with the 9 of Cups. They're coming out faking as though everything is great, but something is missing here. With the 8 of Swords, there's an energy of they're blocking the real truth. Where is the 10th cup? You're not really showing all of your cups here. There is something missing in this person's story. Tell me about shocking news. Ooh, and toxic lifestyle. All those cards flipped over. I'm just going to take these two that fell. We have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, y'all. Look at this. This is all about scrambling because now this has hit the fan. And now this person is going in a different direction. They're being rebellious. Now this person is acting, kind of off the cuff, hot tempered. You know what I'm saying? And this is all about trying to save their assets. Okay, once again, because shit is hitting the fan, right? Under the deck, those are the cards that I picked up, y'all. So look, the Wheel of Fortune. I put the other two cards that I picked up. We have the Wheel of Fortune. But what is with this Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles? This talks about some sort of opportunity or something that is coming through, but it's taking a while to happen. So I feel like, and this also is reflective of money, okay, or someone who is anticipating a huge, big future, but there's things that are moving very slowly, or things are coming to a slow. Do you see what I'm saying? Things are going to slow down heavily when it comes to this person's money. It does Wheel of Fortune. There's definitely going to be a change. Now in comes this energy here that was under the deck. So now in comes, after this shocking news, right? And this development, all this talk is in the street. Now we have bad credit, debt, unemployment, and then we have twin flames. So there's an energy of someone is trying to, basically get rid of, dump money, dump assets. He did put assets in his mother's name to protect them. You see what I mean? Because when you're in a murking investigation, they kind of tend to freeze assets. You know what I'm saying? And this person is definitely running scared. With the Nine of Swords in the reverse, okay, this talks about survival, right? When it's in the upright, this person ain't getting sleep at night, right? And when it's in the reverse, there's someone who's in survival mode, right? They're trying to fix a situation, okay? They're trying to prevent anything worse from taking place, prevent the inevitable. Under the deck, the Eight of Wands. See, they're moving quickly. They're having conversations. There's a lot of phone calls being made, a lot of things being moved, money going in different direction. So yeah, this person was moving assets, into his mama name. Literally. Okay. So yeah, look, Ten of Pentacles under the deck. Windfall. Okay. Foundation, inheritance, and this also represents family. So there was definitely money moving, right? And it was going to a family member. Okay. New situation here. Ace of Cups. Yeah, that money was changing hands. All right. Things were changing. So did Hannah have any awareness, any at all? I feel like she's a pawn to David's whole situation. And I feel like he acted very irrationally. Like he did not, I don't know. I feel like some of it was in character, but I don't feel like it was preemptive. Like he put a lot of forethought into this situation. All right, in its entirety. Do you see what I'm saying? So we'll see how premeditated any of this was. Now, I feel like her murking may have been premeditated if that was the case. But what I'm saying is, I feel like it was like a last minute premeditation. And I feel like he was acting out the next step in his situation of being successful. This was just the next step that he had to take in order to gain success, basically, to him in his eyes. So did Hannah have any awareness at any point prior to the transition of Celeste, or in the immediate after of it? Did she have any knowledge? If so, was it prior or after? There we go. Did Hannah have any information about the ending or demise of Celeste, either prior or after? So we have in the moment in the reverse, living in the moment in the reverse. And then we have not happy. So living in the moment in the reverse is an energy of planning, y'all. I mean, you tell me if I'm wrong, or that this is like an energy of, this is not something that just was just coming up for them, and that they are in an angry sort of an energy. We got thug here, right, under the deck, and we have free. Thug and moving on, letting go, and loving you, free. Talks about a chaotic ending. And thug is somebody who is like known for, being capable of getting into trouble, like known for getting into trouble. And then we have free. So I'm getting an energy downward spiral. Ego death. So this could be something that is going to anger this person when they find out that they were involved in a situation. I feel like this is somebody who's not known for ever doing anything nefarious, and I'm not getting someone who's involved. We have sweet talk and we have spiritual gifts here. It's almost like this person was talked, like David was very, very charismatic, right? And knew how to talk to people to convince them that he was like one of the best, most giving, loving individuals you ever wanted to know. Like very, very convincing, very charming. And I feel like this person is very angry that they have been pretty much used in a situation, sweet talked, and even look tricked by, you know what I'm saying, past their own intuition or their own gifts of being able to like know a person like that when they are around. So tell me about living in the moment in the reverse and not happy. Like, is there an energy of not, like this not being something that was a shock and they were angry, or not being happy because they were kind of put on the spot, basically, not given a heads up, basically? You know what I mean? Tell me about this. Tell me about living in the moment in the reverse. So we have the star. Okay, so this is an energy of light, right? Divine guidance, right? being divinely guided. Um, and then we have the King of Swords under the deck. This is an energy of someone who's kind of standing in their authority. It's like this person is standing on the fact that they are above they're above um what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. They're not like doing anything underhanded. You know what I'm saying? Um and they're standing on this. They're standing in their authority. They're standing on the fact that they are operating, doing what they need to do. This is someone who's going to come in, make a statement, and be done with it. This is, look, it says star here clearly, celebrity who is standing in authority. And this is an honest energy. I feel like the King of Swords speaks truth here. I don't feel like this is a negative energy here. And look, the Ace of Wands, they're just pissed off. They're very angry for being taken advantage of. See, the Queen of Pentacles. See, they are very upset for having given in or caring about this person. They're very disappointed in the fact that they were taken advantage of or sweet talked. You see what I'm saying? That's what that is. Tell me about Thug and moving on. They're letting go of the situation. They're no longer talking to this David person. See, Three of Swords. Y'all, I can't make this up. I cannot make it up. Six of Cups under the deck. Yeah, this is no longer a friendship. There's a situation of no bueno. There is not going to be any forgiveness for this. There's not going to be any forgiveness. There's going to be a severance, a cutting of ties. No more communication. There's going to be zero communication. As a matter of fact, we have the King of Pentacles, which talks about protection here. Okay, with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like this person's going to get protection for their testimony. Page of Pentacles is a message. Okay. And we have, or someone who's coming with a message, okay, about the time that was spent and the actions that were taken when they were with this person. And that King of Pentacles, there's an energy of protection here. So, yeah. Tell me about, did I ask about sweet talk and spiritual gifts? Sweet talk and spiritual gifts. No, I didn't. Tell me about sweet talk and spiritual gifts. So we have the Four of Swords and Judgment. There's an energy of getting clarity, seeing the truth about a situation. And with the Judgment card, kind of like reflecting on the situation, like I should have known, or I should have seen the truth, or I should, you know what I mean? There's just an energy of feeling as though you should have been awake to this, right? Feeling as though your eyes should have been open, that this shouldn't have gotten past you because of your spiritual gifts. All right. Under the deck, Four of Pentacles. Okay. And again, kind of being very guarded about this. Okay. Being very guarded and protective over the situation, and like, you know, saying I'm just gonna be more careful going forward. And we have spiritual and goodbye here, and those cards just slid out. Spiritual and goodbye. It's like this person is saying, it's like a complete goodbye. Forever. We have the Nine of Wands and the Hanged Man. See, forever. There's an energy of never going back. Okay. I mean, this person is, listen, they're definitely standing on the fact that they are leaving this person behind. They are never going back. Under the deck, the Six of Swords. Y'all, I can't make this up. The Six of Swords with the Two of Cups. They are running away from this relationship, baby. Look, with the Two of Swords, they're done. They are cutting this person out. With the Strength card, they are doing the right thing. You understand me? They are cutting and running. Do you understand me? So, Miss Hannah, yeah, you're doing the right thing, because that situation is not right. Okay? Something ain't right there. And there's much more that we're going to touch on, but I really did go into detail, and we're coming up on time. I want to keep these a little short and sweet while you guys are catching on to the algorithm. Please make sure you hit the like button for me, though, guys, as it will help, and it'll help notifications go out, and it'll help to grow the channel. I promise it will. I love you guys so much. Take care. God bless. And I will see you in the next conspiracy theory. Bye. Oh, we got so many questions to go through. I only went through a couple. So there's like 6 or 7 more. So I will see you on the next short. I'll make this a short, and I will come back with another one shortly. I love you guys. Bye.